Robin Henning, and welcome to another Exchange Life Nugget of Truth. Many of us have heard Romans 8:28 quoted so often that it almost sounds trite, especially when we're going through a trial. It really needs verse 29 to get the point that Paul was trying to get across to us. And we know that God causes all things to work together for good, to those that love God, to those who are called according to his purpose. Well, what's the next verse? For those whom he foreknew, he also predestined to become conformed to the image of his Son, that he might be the firstborn among many brethren. There's so much packed in those two verses. But what is God really aiming at? And what is his purpose? And what is he predetermined or predestined? And what does it really look like to be conformed to the image of Jesus? Well, the short explanation of it is that it means we're aligning with the mindset of Christ in us. When our mindset and Jesus' mindset are running parallel in that same alignment, that's what it means to be functioning in the likeness of Jesus. Practically, it looks like and sounds like our declaring our dependence upon him with phrases like, Jesus, I'm so glad you're doing this through me, or I can't do this, Lord, but you can. Thank you for doing this through me. So connecting with the Lord before making decisions is absolutely essential to maintaining this alignment. We teach this in the very beginning part of the Journey Tools experience. So learning to ask God the right questions leads to the proper, abundant mindset and proper alignment in our choices. Now Jesus did this perfectly. He didn't do anything without first looking to see what the Father was doing. Now what gets us out of alignment? Fear and the flesh. Fear and faith cannot coexist. They repel one another. So if the Spirit of the Lord is showing me what the Father's will is, and then I go and choose to do something different, I do my own thing, more likely it's fear triggering my flesh if I want to do what I want to do when I want to do it, that cons me into rebellion. Now, how do we handle that? We simply have to ask the Lord, once we recognize what trap we've fallen into, we ask the Lord to show us the lie we've believed against the character of God. And when that gets spoken into us, we're like, ooh, Lord, then we ask simply, who taught me that lie? We listen. And then we confess it. Lord, I confess I believe the lie, that I can't trust you here. We renounce it. Lord, I renounce that lie. Lord, ask you to speak truth into me. We receive his truth. We declare it. Lord, I yield the emotion of fear over to you. I choose to release that to you. And Lord, I ask that you would fill me afresh with your Spirit. And Lord, I receive your truth and I declare your truth. That's a really simple, again, we get into this hardcore in the second tool set of Journey Tools. But, as we replace that and we begin the lie with the truth, we're going to shift back into that whole mindset of Proverbs 3, 5, and 6, where it says, trust in the Lord with all of your heart, not just a little bit, all of your heart. Stop trying to figure it out for yourself. Acknowledge him. What's the promised outcome? He makes the path straight. There's no fork in the road. Which way do I go, right or left? No, it's straight ahead. We're going to know what he wants us to do. As we purpose, beloved, as we purpose to align with the mind of Christ in us, in all that we do, not only are we going to walk in obedience, we will also experience his presence and his joy even in the midst of life's sorrows and storms. We will know that he is indeed working everything together. He's overcoming the craziness of the enemy in this world. He's working it all together to make us more like Jesus. And that is a glorious concept, beloved. So I hope this has encouraged you. I hope you have a blessed week in Jesus, and we'll see you next time.